I don't know if you have the similar experience as I do, where you wake up, you feeling like you can miss up something, right? Especially if you have a very poor sleeping routine where you fall asleep late and you wake up very late, and that can constantly create a pressure, stress, and anxiety. Where during nighttime, your mind keep thinking, I need to sleep, I need to sleep, I need to sleep. When I wake up, the first thing I do is check time. Basically, what time did I wake up? For a very long time, it's been 12 to 1, and I must say it does not feel good. I miss waking up early. It feels refreshing. It feels like there's a lot of time to just do whatever I want. And nowadays, it's like I wake up 12, 1, I eat, and then I don't even know what to do as well. I've been taking slow. I've been doing lesser and doing more of nothingness. I'm on this sacred journey, sacred path where unlike people where they start working day and night, clock in, clock out, right? I am currently slowing down. And I notice I judge myself a lot, being very harsh to myself because others are struggling, others are working hard. Why am I staying at home for so long and still resting and still slowing down? How long do I need to slow down, right? I realized I wasn't honoring my own journey. I was constantly keep comparing with people's highlight and people's struggle. I woke up just now and first thing I saw it was about Cillian Murphy, not in I don't know what movie is it, and the quote saying that I have ROMO, reality of missing out. Acknowledge that you are not going to have all the fun experience, all the excited, interesting experience in everything. You notice how sometimes we find the most fun moment, whether with ourselves or with friends, is in those the least anticipated moment, right? The most spontaneous things. If I hang out with a friend on Discord, just a casual Saturday night, and then we start talking about memes and all that, and then we talk about life, and we just start laughing, and then we're sharing moments, and it's profound. It's simple. We don't plan about anything. But if we, let's say, had a plan that we want to go out, we want to watch movie, we want to go play and all that, let's just say it wasn't fun, right? The movie it's god awful, and then we went to play like carnival, but then it's closed. So then the whole day is just it led to disappointment. But it doesn't have to affect everything. And even having today is a unfulfilled and unpleasant day doesn't mean every day is going to be the same. In this YouTube journey as well, how I talk to myself in front of the camera, it's almost like I'm trying to please an invisible audience. But notice how I talk down on myself. I downplay my struggle and my journey, right? Things that I didn't do well, I magnify it. And so, of course, I'm always going to feel depressed and anxious because I am my own worst critics. Maybe other people's opinion doesn't affect as much as the opinion that I have for myself. And I realize how I've been my enemy most of the time. As I keep reflecting on my own journey and notice how just how much I haven't been kind to myself, man. I kept wanting to sleep at 11, wake up at 9. Yes, yes. Instead, I sleep at 9, wake up at 11. I think what is life and what is God teaching me, it's interesting how something keep repeating until you learn from it. It will still happen, but it doesn't bother you as much or at all because now you have approached it different way. You have received it differently. To many people, maybe it's just sleep, right? You hit the zag and then you wake up and then you continue your day. But as someone who myself has struggled with sleep, I didn't notice how my relationship with sleep hasn't been aligning. Aligning? hasn't been healthy for over the years. I've been reminding myself, rest, rest when you need to, not because of the time, of the schedule, because for such a long time I'm trying to fix it, right? Do I really know what I'm trying to fixing it? Do I know what leads me to this sleeping cycle right now that is very messy? There were times actually it happens, like sleep at 11, wake up at 8. It feels amazing, man. It didn't last long. Probably 1 or 3 days, and then it went back to this fucking cycle again. I never understand myself in many cases. Why do I do what I do? And so I urge you to just take it slow. Sometimes we are filled with so many distractions that we forgot to just be, man. When I make YouTube video, I tend to talk very fast. Partly because I didn't want all the fucking noise just keep coming, right? But I can't control it. I can't control the fucking motor drifting at until 3 to 4 a.m. still. I start to find peace in the concept of yin yang. It's to acknowledge everything, the black, the white and the black and the white, and you just let them be. Coming back to this sleep cycle, I think it's more than just sleep at this point. It's really how I view my life. What sleep means to me actually. Is it just sleeping, or is it returning to myself again, being with myself? And now I live to pay the debt, and I live for the karma. But it's not too late. You can always take it slow. Every bit counts, even if you can't see it now. I know it sounds very cliche, but I feel like it's true, because as someone who is struggling in many things right now, uh, a lot of things really comes from this past trauma and this past experience that builds up over the years. And as I slow down and practice awareness, I feel like I become more mindful, and I reflect more on the things. Why do I do what I do, and why do I feel how I feel? And I don't always have the answer. Some of them maybe I will never have the answer, but I realize more and more it's not really about having the answer or the solution, whatever you want to call it, but it's being with the self. The promise that can always stay the strongest is the promise that no matter what happened, that you will always be here with yourself. Even if you were running away, you were avoiding it, denying it, you're afraid of admitting it, you can still always come back to yourself at the end of the day. And that's what I kind of do, right? I have fear, a lot of fear, and it's not to conquer or overcoming all these fears, but it's recognize that, letting myself know that, hey, I'm afraid to face these things, and that act alone, that vulnerability, is what I consider being with myself. Being with myself is not about achieving the best. It's being with the self. It's this safe space that no matter what happened, that you're here with yourself until the end of time.